Allegedly, it's just the word allegedly. It's what I heard allegedly. It's on the street allegedly. I sing to the beat allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly, it's what I heard allegedly. It's just the word allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue allegedly. It won't help you allegedly. 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 Bitch, one of you was flat. Flat, honey. One of them was flat. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope we're doing well, and I'm coming to you with a few of today's, lukewarm topics. Where should we begin? Well, let's begin with fraud and theft, two of my favorite subjects. Now, it's very interesting that Floyd Mayweather, who's supposed to be a printing press of money, he's not even fighting anymore, he has so much. He and Tyga, whose morals are dubious to say the least, as well as his finances. I've reported on him having Rolls Royces repossessed, apartments repossessed, and now he's having jewelry repossessed. They are both being sued by a Miami-based jeweler who is the jeweler to the stars. Mayweather, TMT, and possibly others have systematically created, participated, and engaged in what can be described as quasi-criminal money laundering, involving high-end, rare, and exclusive watches and jewelry. The defendants acting in concert with other financially incentivized third parties will purchase and acquire luxury watches by soliciting watch brokers like plaintiffs herein, and offering them upfront cash with payment terms in exchange for the purchase of watches and said jewelry, with no intention of paying off the balance. So they like, look, you gonna get us to order you this stuff that ain't nobody else gonna buy. Then you go on and you give us a little money and you don't pay it for us. And we like, shoot, even if we repossess it, we ain't going to be able to do nothing with it. I could see Floyd Mayweather and Tyga being involved in something so unscrupulous. I could see it. And I think you could too. Hold on, let me make sure the damn sound's on. We don't want another Janet-ass episode. Okay, good. It's working. Hold on, it's working. All right, good. We already talked about Tom Girardi, but I'll speak to him in a moment. Steve Harvey said he's going to knock Katt Williams out. Steve, your teeth aren't even real. I don't think your hips or shoulders are either. You are 67 years old. Now, that's old enough to where you gonna pull your back, rearing back to try to hit Katt Williams. And honestly, you gonna hurt your back trying to get low down to where he is. Honey, his chin level with your big toe. Don't you worry about it. Everybody in the industry knows you're a feces. Everybody in the industry knows Bernie Mac was funnier than you and more talented than you and more of a gentleman than you. We would trade you for Bernie Mac any day of a week. Know that. Let it settle with your soul. You married a succubus. I'll knock Katt Williams out. Sure won't be with your comedy. I can tell you that. It's not going to be from telling jokes. And speaking of a joke, Tyrese said he almost threw hands with Ving Rhames from Baby Boy, and he don't like that N-word to this day. Tyrese, your baby mothers don't like you. Your ex-wives don't like you. You said yourself, one of them was only with you for the money. What makes you likable? What makes you, I don't like him to this day. A lot of people in your personal life don't like you. You don't like him because he sunned you and reminded you that you really are Jody in real life, just with a few dollars. with a few dollars. That's why you don't like him. You really don't like the reflection of yourself that he made you look at. And in more Tyrese news, he said his mom made him pretend to be special ed for benefits. She told you you were pretending to make you feel better, baby. That's all she was doing. She told you that to make you feel better. You was never supposed to tell nobody that. I hate to break it to you, but yeah, like when kids rode the short bus, their moms told them they were special too. They just didn't put the ed at the end of it. But that's a good mom not telling that truth. I respect her. But she should have clued you in at some point that your perception of reality is somewhat altered. Excuse me. In other news, convict music is about to really be convict music. So you know how Akon was supposed to be building a city in Senegal? Well, the Senegalese officials are like, where the city? The West African nation had granted Akon 136 acres of land along its Atlantic coast to develop Akon City, inspired by the fictional country in Marvel Studios' Black Panther, like Wakanda. But the star, who has sold some 35 million albums worldwide, has now been given an ultimatum. Either get on with the project or lose the land that was granted for it. We could be doing something. That's beachfront. You farting around with beachfront. You better get them people they city. Goats and cows graze the deserted pasture 60 miles south of Dakar in the coastal village. I can't pronounce that village name, and I'm not going to mess it up. The local authorities grow increasingly impatient with the lack of progress. I would too. You've been talking about this city since since Perez Hilton, since delisted. It's been a minute, honey. Where is it? They at least built a couple miles of that line city, although I don't know how that's going to work out either. I think it should be a square. Don't nobody want to go up and down all that damn time. People like to turn a corner. Speaking of turning a corner, Lizzo said she's taking a gap year for her peace. Honey, take a gap year for our ears. Like, Scandal with the backup dancers aside, I was sick of hearing you every time I left the house. It feels so good. It was cute. It's wonderful. I love your Black White People Broadway. I love it. But oh my God. Oh, Jesus. It was I never need to hear those songs ever again. Bring in something new. I'd love something new. But they overplayed that shit where it shouldn't even have a groove on the record no more. It really shouldn't. T-Boz apologizes for her canceled shows. Girl, we know you got some health issues. It's fine. You ain't nobody's Lauryn Hill. And I'll call you Miss Lauryn Hill when you show up on time. Till then, you lore. Because it's a lore if you'll show up or not. And speaking of lore, Anna Delvey is returning to Manhattan life. She is off house arrest and will produce New York Fashion Week shows. Kelly Cutrone, that publicist from VH1, she has taken her under her wing. I am so tired of seeing mediocre white women fail up. And this one ain't even pretty. They will just take anything. Anything. In other news, Ben Affleck has not been in touch with Jennifer Lopez's kids for a long time amid divorce. Yeah, they're not his kids. That's what happens when you divorce. You divorce. But y'all, get ready, get your Halle Berry thriller wigs ready. Get your distressed and disheveled ready because Halle Berry's new movie is coming out and we are all she quote. I want everybody to take a picture of themselves in their most distressed wig. And everybody on Twitter said, okay, girl, bet. And so we're all going to go see her new movie, Never Let Go, in our best Halle Berry thriller. Y'all going to join in? I'm going to join in. I think I'm going to go down to my beauty supply in Fillmore and get my own, yeah, this is my scammer wig, and get a new Halle Berry thriller for this. Something special for the occasion. The Crow's Wings got clipped at the box office. Reboot of Brandon Lee's cult pick bombs with $4.6 million opening. Yeah, because the kids that watch that movie, like my generation, we're still sad about Brandon Lee. That was our first Aaliyah. The kids of this generation, they didn't grow up with Bruce Lee watching kung fu movies like that. Like, we grew up watching kung fu movies because they were just on TNT. They were on TBS. They would play them when you were off from school. So, like, that was a part of the culture. It's not a part of the culture anymore. It's not. So that's why it flopped. You're trying to cash in on a sad memory. It's not going to work. But let's get to today's big scoop. Big scoop. I'm actually going to turn this into an open forum. You know how we love an open forum. Would anyone like to shimmy on in the room and speak on any of the hot topics we've discussed? But yeah, I don't know how they thought that was going to do well. Ooh, and speaking of, while we're open forum a bit, Keith Lee and his review of the DC food. Everybody has something to say. Now, first, I'm going to start off by saying I am a Keith Lee fan. And I also have done many a food review. I see why people have, oh wait, hold on. Let me put the link in here. I see why people have something of a complaint about his food reviews. And what it is to me is, it's not, you know what, you have to say, I'm only reviewing soul food. I feel like we haven't gotten enough, like when you go to a city and you review their restaurants, it's a bit like Black people leave the hood. I'm not seeing enough other restaurants, other experiences. Like we go other places. Like I love the focus on Black business, but it's also like pooping on the city saying, hey, ain't nothing to eat in DC. It's like, okay, you know what? Maybe a couple soul food places had off, but also Black people own other restaurants. Black people own bakeries. Black people own bakeries. Don't we? I know a few. Tanika, how are you?
Excellent. I wanted to tell you, I called you and told you when TGIF got cut off that you were the next host. That's what the word was. Now you getting your own thing. And how do you feel about that? I just question.
Wait, what?
The word was you were the next host of TGIF. What's
Oh,
funny? Me.
that was true. I was offered the position, but they
I,
ultimately.
that's what everybody, the blogs had said.
Yeah,
And
they
I
offered.
yes, sir. And so now it's like, now everyone's acting silly like they had no idea, no clue, no. I mean, Carlos,
Oh,
why is everyone so
oh God.
surprised?
But in that but back to Kiki. um I think that he's got to start one. I think you just always like. I love that you want to pull up on these places. And I mean, I don't know because there's part of me where it's like, well, look, if the places ain't fucking open, I want to know. Oh, they say they
You
open
can't go.
at 1, then they'll open at 2.
Soft
But
opening. Ain't
Keisha,
that what
thank
they
you
calling
so much
them?
for joining us. But we're going to open it up for other people as well. We got to keep a round robin going. If anyone else would like to join us, but a psychic, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Waiting for things to kick in.
Yes.
Hello, really?
Hey, I just wanted to stop in and talk on the Keith Lee situation.
Yes,
Um,
please.
so, honestly, just thinking about it, I really need him to get out of his very elementary palette, I'll say. DC has every culture in the world due to us being the nation's capital. So why isn't that you couldn't find your way down to Annandale and get you some Asian food in Asiandale? You couldn't go to Woodbridge and get Peruvian, El Salvadoran. You couldn't go to Largo, get you some West African, Silver Spring, get you some East African, Shaw near Howard and get you some soul food. It's giving very much elementary palate, and I just can't sympathize with that. As many different cultures we have within a mile of me, we have everything from Afghani food to Laotian food, however you pronounce it. So the fact that he couldn't find good food of a different culture, it tells me a lot about him and a lot about how he won't eat things outside of his, typical mac and cheese, fried chicken, fried fish.
It is giving. I'm going to a fancy restaurant and ordering nuggets. Like, I mean, exactly what you said. It's like now DC. Also, like the places that you're going, I like. I want you to hit up. Like, I'm not seeing like. I love the focuses on Black business. Do not get me wrong. But if you're going, like maybe say, hey, I'm doing a soul food tour, and then we know that's what the focus is on. That's what we're getting. And then you might be able to say, you know what, I was disappointed with the soul scene in DC, and everybody else isn't going to take offense. But like as a New Yorker, like I lived in Washington Heights. You could still get every kind of food in Washington Heights.
You remember how the sissies on Candy Show in Atlanta had the soul food, egg roll, taco, whatever that crap was? That's
Yep.
how DC is. If you want to find a Black business to support,
The
you
one
can
with the
definitely
hair.
find that.
Oh,
Sitting like a little
Brian!
just like that. Just like
But I just wanted to stop in and say that because I'm not going to let him play my city like that. So that's all. But thank y'all both.
anytime.
Well, you're very welcome. And could you take us to those places? Because that sounded like a delicious
Come to DC
tour,
and I have
food
both
tour.
you guys anytime.
Yeah, that is a good point. It's you if you're going to brand a city like I can definitely say San Francisco struggles with pizza. A lot of people will say that here. But you can't say it struggles with burritos. You can't say it struggles with pot stickers. You can't say it struggles with, and I'll even say you could go to North Beach and get some decent Italian. But that's honestly more Italian rather than pizza. Like, and still in a city the size of San Francisco, being like, there's like 3 or 4 decent pizza places, that means the city struggles.
Yeah, I just wonder, like, does there come a point where Keith Lee's, like, performance model, for lack of a better term off the top of my head, just doesn't work anymore? Like he's become too much of a personality, too big of a following. I don't even know. Do you know what I mean? Because like at the same time, he seems like a very straightforward dude, and expecting him to expand his inherent palette might not just be it
Well,
might break the magic.
you know what it is when you brand an entire city, like DC is pissed.
I mean, well, I can
DC is
imagine because
pissed.
DC is very diverse. I just don't believe that there's not amazing food there with amazing service.
I also think that again branding DC where I think that he needs to either say like, hey, this is only focused on Black businesses, on soul food. And I think if people looked at it through that lens, then they'd be like, okay, you're not, this is, people wouldn't be like, oh, you're saying this about the whole city. They would know, no, you're saying it about this specific subsect. I'm not anti-Keith. I'm Team Keith as well. And I'm not going to say elementary palate, but when you are doing food reviews, especially when you're going like all across America and you're kind of ordering, mac and cheese here, mac and cheese there, mac and cheese here, mac and cheese. We the audience want to, it starts to be the same meals over and over again. Like I watch his reviews and it's like, we want to see more variety. We want to see you go, like, we want to see kind of Anthony Bourdain it, where it's like, okay, we've done the soul food portion very thoroughly. Now, either it's time for you to maybe start a cooking show, or maybe like start a more, I was just looking for the dog. Not enriched. More of a deep dive into the restaurant business, into what it goes to open on time, to close on time. Like you might be one of those like rescue my restaurant people where it's like, hey, I have experience as the regular customer, but also, as something of a food critic where I have definitely brought a lot of business to restaurants, just, giving honest reviews of the food. Here's your problems and here's how the food could be better. And then maybe he could work with like a professional chef and there could be like a whole team and he like does, press and promotion. And that's his thing. It could almost be like Queer Eye for the restaurant.
You have Keith Lee. If only Keith Lee had the range for what you just pointed out for him,
Well, no, that's why he could have the range, because he could be part of a team where he gets to do his Keith Lee thing. So like somebody else that like knows how to season the food and, help a restaurant bring something from to I think that, and like he has the audience. He has
that could be cute. That I know. I see what I smell what you're stepping in. No, I'm just kidding. That could be cute to get his contribution on a panel to an experience. Yeah, I could almost even see him on a Shark Tank trying different food.
I do not mind giving him ideas. I feel like if Keith Lee had an idea for me, he would be just as generous. If it's give him this video and tell him I sent it. I'm pro him. I'm very pro him. But I can definitely see where it's also the problems that he's having with these, and it's normally Black-owned businesses, and I'm happy that he's giving them the press. But the problems he's having them with is the same fucking everywhere. In New Orleans, they ain't opening on time. They're not ready to seat. The wait is too long. God, Atlanta. I'm glad he got Atlanta together, though. Also, it's time for these places to be taken to task. And it's like, look, if you don't want to open till 4, don't open till 4, but don't say you open at 2:30 because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's like, what do we expect from Keith Lee? And what I personally expect from him is a bit of an ASMR experience, but also, enjoyable, genuine reactions to food. And I appreciate his 2 cents. And then if it turns out to be very successful for a business that's on the brink that really deserved the windfall, it's very rewarding. And I don't need to really have it be more than that. But that's me.
I've definitely enjoyed his rise, and I want to see it go somewhere. It really could. And 2, maybe he could have a series expanding my palate.
We don't need to be too hard on Keith Lee. He's doing his best. Although I do understand, it does sound like I forgot his name already, but the subscriber that just came on, he's allowed to be offended too, because I have no doubt DC has a vast array of amazing food by Black-owned businesses.
I can also say like cooking with Alex, like even if I want to keep doing that, but I'm like, okay, I got to come up with some stuff that's like different than what I like normally eat. I've got to really come up with stuff where it's like, okay, it's not just me throwing something in a bowl and baking it. I can't just be like, all right, here's me making lasagna, manicotti, stuffed shell. Although that's kind of how I eat. I
Yeah.
can't just kind of show like because basically it's like how many times are we gonna watch you, saute some spinach, throw it all in a Tupperware, mix it up and stuff something. Hey Sonia, how are you? Hello, Sonia.
Hey, Alex. The whole Keith Lee thing doesn't really matter to me. Hey, darling. I just want to let you know, but I just want to let you know you have been such a joy and a blessing in my life. And I just want to take a moment to tell you how wonderful you are and a joy you are.
Oh God, thank you. I
And you
appreciate
keep
that.
doing what you do.
I sure will. And on that note, I may as well go on and announce the other big news of the episode.
I love you, darling.
Love you too, hon. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, I will be going live with Dr. Heavenly, 1 week on her channel, 1 week on my channel, and we'll be talking about all the hot topics and just whatever we so choose, from entertainment to love to finance. And that'll be every Tuesday at 6. I can't believe it. I am working with Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. I am working with a Bravo celebrity.
I don't want to yell. I know that my voice already hurt some of your subscribers' ears, but congratulations from the bottom of my heart, friend. This
Thank
is
you.
so exciting. You deserve it. How fun, as I told you when you told me offline about this news, this is the moment that Alexander Rodgers enters the arena of the YouTuber games, of the commentary games, with, surprise, surprise, a curveball, a collaboration with Dr. Heavenly.
I mean, you never know where life will take you. And we have such good chemistry. The show is good. The show is fun. And she's fun to work with.
Couldn't ask for more for you, friend. Couldn't ask for more. This is something you've deserved for a long time. You have kept it cute. You kept your business out the streets, stayed out the mess. You totally could have created an extra level of drama and all of the TGIF crap by entering your name, because Lord knows we were all whispering it in the halls, Alex, and you didn't. You were like, I'm going to keep it cute. I'll make a few coins discussing this from an observer's point of view and share a little
Yeah.
tea, but I'm not going to get crazy. And look at what happened. And as Evelyn Braxton would say, look at God. Won't he do it?
Won't do it. God is good all the time, because all the time God is good.
And how fun will this new collaboration be as we enter into a new season of Married to Medicine coming soon? For the fall, I believe.
We don't have a confirmed date yet, but we will soon.
Yeah. Dr. Contessa is returning, I have heard. So I'm sure it will be a very interesting one. And you will have a front row seat to discuss it with the lady who loves YouTube herself.
And that I know we will be able to have some really good conversations. I'm going to be able to bring Chris on because she enjoys Chris too. I'm really happy, and I'm really looking forward to the shows because we have fun together, and that is what I like. I love doing this. Like editing can get on my nerves. I'm gonna be honest with you. Editing will get to you. It'll get you in the horn. But this, I love the chat. I love the flow, the banter, the chemistry. That I love.
It brings a warmth to my heart too, Alex. So I agree. And look at us with the same sort of Beyonce.
Oh,
But
twins.
mhm.
Twin, where
I,
have you been?
hold but Evelyn is a demon, if I can say. And but like all demon, no, a devil, because I'm into D&D, so there's a difference between devils and demons. Because I feel like devils, they will make a contract for their soul. So that's why Evelyn's a devil, because she's been on the show way past the time. And I feel like she should have been gone like during that whole instance with, I forget that lady's name, forgive me, but like they were like tussling in the bushes.
Oh, I
Oh,
forget.
You know, she was like being
OG.
yes, OG. Yes. That should have been her thank you for your services moment, because uh that was wild. That was wild to me.
Oh. Um, Evelyn is I don't know if Evelyn's the show or not. I love to see good people succeed and prosper. I will definitely say I have been kicking around for a while. And I'll also say Heavenly did notice me at BravoCon
Mm,
because yeah, that's right. We had a little moment of Bravo. That's I gotta remind her we met. We met at BravoCon. I have it on wait, hold on. I have it
yeah,
because I said I
like
said, "Oh, you like Phaedra?" And I was like, "Oh, let me." I know I got. We gonna play it. We gonna play. Oh my god, this is full freaking circle right here. This is why we go to. This is what the crowdfunding is for, y'all.
yeah,
This is your money well spent.
exactly.
I said I was gonna get a show out of that trip, so help me God.
I mean, you had like the last one, you had so many moments at BravoCon. It's like,
I was BravoCon.
yeah, yeah,
When I
Alex.
at the last day at the Beverly Hills thing, when I asked that question, why do you keep thrusting Teddy Mellencamp? And Kyle was just like, short circuited, and it
Oh,
made page 6 within seconds. No, that was Saturday. Um, that was like that was the day, and that was also the day that we met Giselle. They never aired that footage, probably because we stood our ground.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Let's see.
You know, went back to like trying to go back to Andy's like, let don't bring Alex back. No.
Yep.
No,
Hold on.
Andy for sure.
Where? Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Because I feel like you're Andy's type too.
No, I'm too intelligent. He likes people he can manipulate, and that ain't me.
I'm just saying, like, I saw that that video of someone videotaping him with the
Oh yeah,
I
I
was
saw that too.
with him rubbing that nipple, and I was just
And
like,
that ain't me. That ain't me.
oh,
That
oh,
ain't me.
oh,
I
yeah.
have to. I have. There's nothing wrong with rubbing nipples. I'm not a public
Yeah.
person because I'm a public person. So like we gonna have time like that. That's at the house. That's not. I'm not gonna have me at no bar. Like something like no. That's not the image I want to give off. Now I ain't telling nobody else what to do, but this is
Mm.
what I do with me. Where the hell is this clip? Because this is too freaking funny. Because I have the clip of meeting them with because it was with Dr. Jackie. Okay.
Okay. Well, good luck with your VA appointment. I'm seeing the chat.
Let's see. This ain't him. Here it is. Yep, there's Anne Marie.
Mm.
Yeah, there's Dr. Jackie.
How many houses you had? Well, I mean, we've seen her go through at least 7 weeks.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Jackie, because Jackie was like, oh, yeah, you were the one that was really shady. That's heavenly.
How many houses you had? Well, I mean, we've seen her go through at least 7 weeks. 7 on the show. You know, journalists, you have the same quality with your voice. You absolutely do. At times, I've seen you get them together. Oh, the jacket is everything, the dress is everything, you are everything. You are class. You are. Well, I mean, you gotta keep that. Yeah. And you saw she ran away when I came in. She got in the wind real quick.
Oh, Dr. Heavenly?
Yep. And there I go running after her.
Oh, Alex, you ain't. Okay. You smell good, father.
I love seeing you fight with Simone. I've seen you fight with everybody. You're a gladiator. You are a gladiator with your words.
Like,
We're together. Really?
I haven't seen this video actually.
I'll see you later.
And
Oh,
I
she-
guess I did see her later.
Did you hear that, Alex? You said gladiator, and then we talked about gladiator.
Entering entering the arena. Wow. Wow, that is full. That is a ring.
Foreshadowing could not be more. Wow, look at that.
She looked a little not scared, but she definitely looked nervous, blinking all the time, just looking at you, just like, what is he about to say to me?
I mean, I have that effect on people.
I would say also Dr. Jackie, she seemed like a good sport, you know, and all that, like taking with the chin. She looked good too, like off camera. Some people look a little off, but she looks, I would even say better, at least with that angle.
I think that's what they like, because Toya's aunt watches me, so I'm sure they've like shown the ladies. I'm not doing it with malice. I talk about y'all like y'all talk about y'all.
Yeah.
You know, I talk about the actions. I don't hate anybody. Like, I might hate your outfit, but I don't hate you. Might hate that wig. Might have to hate a wig, but I don't hate you.
Actually, question, kind of tangent. Was this before or after Dr. Jackie's comments about, you know, pregnant Black women?
Ooh, this was.
It has to be before, because I think she would have not be so smiling with you, because
I think this had to be before. When did that come out?
I listen. I am embarrassed. My memory of that is a void. I just know BravoCon was in the fall.
BravoCon was November.
Yeah.
The comments were actually this year in the very early spring, late winter.
Okay, so then so it was. So
okay.
Actually, Dr. Jackie lucked the fuck up, because it's by the time next BravoCon rolls around, it'll be after this season. Hell, she might not even be on the show anymore. So because she may never talk about it live.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't think they made her talk about it this season?
No, I'm sure she talked about it.
Oh.
I think she talked about it last season.
Yeah, it was like the very.
Oh, yeah, she did. Gosh, they hold Married to Medicine for a long time. It feels like sometimes
they have like half seasons almost, right?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like Married to Medicine is going to be back in the fall, because I think that storyline is going to do a beautiful dovetail into next season as well, because she's still going to be regaining her footing and whatnot after her public image took such a blow.
I still
Oh,
think
right. There's drama with Phaedra and Apollo, and I'm okay. I'm trying to remember, like, what do we got on the docket for mess? What have we heard?
I mean, Phaedra's gone now. She's off to her.
Oh, Karen Ayers. One, you don't know her, so you don't know she doesn't like me. Two, she doesn't know me, so she doesn't know she doesn't like me, or she does. We're just doing a YouTube show together. It ain't that deep.
Mm-hmm.
This is an amazing opportunity for you, period. And you know what I mean? Like, and Dr. Heavenly is offering it to you. She enjoyed your company. Both of you speak exactly how you think. You enjoy the roasty type of humor. You can roll with the punches, right? And look at you, Alex. You are working with a Bravo celebrity. You are going to be taking this and pop roast and everything to the next level. This is an amazing opportunity. No matter what anybody thinks of Heavenly as a character in the game of our the role of entertainment, hey.
And that's the thing. Heavenly also is like, I don't care what you said about me. It's all in the game. As long as it gets views on the show, it's all in fun. It's for a TV show. It's for a click and a view.
Thank you.
Make $1 or $2. She said, I'll help you grow your channel. So that means you like me. At least in my book.
And you don't block your own blessings or say no.
Exactly.
This is great.
What we ain't gonna do is TGIF it. I don't have enough fun.
Blessing. That was a blessing. I'm sorry. That
dodged a bullet.
Yes.
So did. And also it taught me so much. Just get on camera and make your jokes.
Exactly.
But also I can say this, the producer that we work with, she is a very lovely and very enjoyable woman. I don't see any kind of Joyce!
What professionalism? YouTube in the YouTube streets. That is
oh God, Al Reynolds, that will live on forever. We finally saw you get some bass in your voice.
That was the truth.
Said that. I think Joyce got one of his balls to drop at 57. Go ahead, Joyce. Go ahead.
That was Al Reynolds' true colors. That Joyce rant was the star rant. That was that was the Al Jones rant. That is who he is.
Well, I hope Joyce castrates that man with his plantation loving self.
Ooh, not plantate.
Mm-hmm. Every time he's mentioned again, it's fuck him.
He grabbed his nuts and said, no more. Oh, goodness. Well, also, I'm actually funny and good at my job and can pronounce words. So I know my producer won't have those kinds of notes for me.
Exactly. Also,
but that's what happens when you actually are good at what you do.
Too. So she's not going to be like, oh.
I never had to marry a heterosexual woman for clout and then ride off of that divorce for the past 20 years. I've never had to do that. I've just been out here on my own trying to make it off talent. Not even good looks. Talent.
That face he made in that limousine, it was beyond my time. So I never saw that until me seeing that, I was just like, that is a bottom, scared out of his mind that he has to do this, but he can't stop the train. He looked so scared, and I was just like, oh, you poor man.
He's just a love machine.
Oh, no. Well, and
he was doing. Also, and let's go on and get this out of the way. Heavenly works with Carlos. Heavenly works with me.
Oh, this pissed him off. Wait, hold up.
Carlos King has many more important things to worry about than me.
Well, he's
I
still
am like what like he's got whole TV shows to worry about. Whole
that
TV
failed.
shows. I mean, he's got interviews. I don't do interviews. He's got other things on his mind than me. I'm sure I'm no more important to him than a pimple on a gnat's ass.
I just wondered how he came from, you know, how Jason Lee is kind of like despised a little bit. I thought Carlos King was like that, but now everyone just wants to be on the show now. When he gets
Um,
Candy on or Mama Joyce,
okay. I
that
want to ask you something. How the hell is the entertainment industry different than any other industry? You don't always work with your friends or people you agree with or believe in or any of that. You go to work to get your job done, and when you see there's an opportunity, you take it.
mm-hmm.
This is not a best
Especially
friend race.
especially in the entertainment industry. I literally live, I've grown up going to Melrose and Hollywood. I've worked right next to the entertainment industry my entire life. You take this kind of, you don't even quit. No. These things, it's not easy. And if you're given an opportunity, you absolutely take it.
I mean,
Yeah.
how many people do great movies, great TV shows with people that either they're just coworkers with, or a lot of time I can't stand them. I ain't gonna be a no, I can't stand, because then you end up with TGIF.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these people, like, you act like you're best friends, then you go home and be with your real friends.
Or you just
How is
pair
it
with
anybody's
people.
work?
You pair together with people that you might not be super close with on a personal level, but your chemistry on screen is good and you're able to make good conversation. And
Exactly. And Heavenly and I are able to do that, even though we've only met briefly.
Yeah.
this was an invitation presented to Alex for a great opportunity, and a
God,
Bravo celebrity is a Bravo celebrity.
yeah, I believe this is like a gift from God. I'm so happy for you, Alex. Like, I mean,
It's
you've been
also
so around like on YouTube for so long that it would be foolish of her to ignore you, because I really do believe Bravo would not be as big without Black YouTubers reviewing these shows like y'all have been doing for these like decade and a half, really. So yeah, let them give you your flowers. Like, you deserve, earned, and all that. Truly.
Heavenly loves to do YouTube. We've known that. They threatened, literally, she's almost lost a lot of things that are important to her because she enjoys doing it. She's dedicated to it. She's a business-minded person. She, has already proven that. How long has she been on Married to Medicine? She's an anchor on that show. She
Mm.
runs that mouth. She gives us something to talk about, to complain about, or to laugh at. So,
I think the only
Alex could be hooking up with a lot worse to
So good.
to do a show with,
And
honestly think
and still be a good idea.
and
YouTube.
I'll also say Heavenly, being one of the first Bravo celebrities to really throw themselves into YouTube, she kind of got like, her and Candy were the first two to
Yeah.
really like consistently do YouTube, and Heavenly got real messy with it. And honestly, I feel saved the show because it got people watching when it was iffy.
There is one of my most favorite moments from Married to Medicine is because of Heavenly when they were confronting her at Contessa's house, and Simone screams, "Because this is America and I have choices." Every time I see it, it makes me laugh. It's
Oh, yeah.
just one of my favorite Bravo moments, only second to the reunion where Andy says, "This is one of the realest shit I've ever seen," when they save Simone and Cecil's marriage. But anyway, those are like two of my most favorite Bravo moments.
That was hard to watch. I was like, what are we doing? Let
But
that shit go.
I know the way Andy was like, this is some of the realest shit I've ever seen. Like the genuine way that it was like, whoa. No, that's why Married to Medicine has stood the test of time and is a truly entertaining show. No matter what walk of life you're from, you can enjoy this show. It's funny, it's emotional, and it's all of the things.
And it's really weird, honestly, when you think about it. These are doctors or wives of doctors, and they've been taught, really, even the wives, like, hey, you need to keep that mouth shut, really, about everything. Almost, you need to present yourself in a certain way. And it's just, I think it is, like you were saying, it's fascinating, it's emotional, and I think they have balanced it enough. I think in the earlier seasons they were being a little much, in my opinion, but now they
Throwing
can.
too many tomatoes.
Yeah, like, I still love Mariah, but I can still see, right, even today, like, she was a little too much, in my opinion. Like, I think she went too deep. She was great TV, in my opinion, but, like, actually with the relationships with the wives and, like, that community and society, yeah, she had to go, because I think they all and same with Quad. I feel like they were getting a little too free with the mouth, that it affected their actual real life. And yeah, I feel like Dr. Heavenly is the master at this, where she's like, I can talk all this mess, but I don't cross a line too much.
What?
Let me
Now,
finish. Like, okay, she crosses a line, but it's like it's still able to come back. They can have a fight with it, but it's not so much where it's like, oh, I can't even be associated with you ever again, kind of line. That's just my opinion of Dr. Heavenly. Like, I she's just a character, like, and it's funny.
that I 100% agree with.
Oh my God.
Well,
We have breaking news.
What I'm scared, Alex.
oh,
Alexis Bellino and John Jansen are engaged.
I saw that shit like a little bit earlier.
Huh?
Pink toe news. The dumbest, like the pinky toe. Alexis Bellino is as dumb as a pinky toe.
Remind me of these people again. I feel like I've
Oh,
heard
it's Orange County. It's Real Housewives of Orange County. And I will say, in Real Housewives of Orange County is having a fantastic season. I'm enjoying it. The mess is right. It's right.
I thought they were dead. Like,
they wanted
bitter.
to make sure they made the reunion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that big old ring, Masonite. Gotta be. No, just kidding. Not. Oh, she is dumber than a box of hair, and he is a piece of work.
You are so nice. So nice. A box of hair.
Listen, I was horrified at Alexis Bellino when she was on The Housewives originally. I couldn't believe she was married to that stomach sack of a man named Jim Bellino, bloated face Jim Bellino, who looked at her and was like, we're of one flesh now. I want to vomit in my mouth.
Oh my God. I hate it.
She was deemed Jesus jugs by Tamra. It was very much a moment in pop culture, so I thank her for her services. But goddamn, and I actually thank her for her services now, because she's so easy to unlike. It's just thank you for just being. I mean, target on your back.
It's just the town fool that you throw tomatoes at to be like, just go away. Just, oh, you just stupid. Oh, she just dumb.
What do you think, Alex?
I had to look at Alexis Bellino. That was enough. That was a punishment for me. No, but you're right. Orange County is having an amazing season. But We are at the hour mark, and it is 8:40, and I still have to run to the store right quick because they close pretty soon. But I want to thank everybody for joining me. And Aaron, let them know where they can find you.
You can catch me on Instagram at psychic_ELB if you would like to get a psychic reading. I've been doing them for the Biffas, having a great time. And you can also catch me on Ray Ray All Day's channel. We are on a bit of a hiatus, but as soon as Southern Charm picks back up, we'll be reviewing that show, I believe.
Actually, quick question, Psychic. Do you do tarot?
Yes. Yes, I do. I do a mixture of things. I meditate for about 30 minutes before the reading, and I take a page full of notes. Sometimes I get directed to pull tarot cards from the deck that I think are relevant to the reading and apply it. I also bring in crystals. I use a bunch of different modalities to aid in answering the questions that you want answered about your life.
Okay, I might actually get something like that. Okay.
Well, I give everybody who comes from Alex the friends and family discount, so hit me up, slide in my DMs, Biomiss Florist.
I love a discount. But thank you.
Congratulations again, Alex. You deserve all of the accolades that are coming your way.
Yeah, thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much.
My bad. Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.